Yes, good morning. What's going on, family? Alright. Let's see who we got. Pyro, what's going on, man? Michael, Matt, good morning, good morning. Excuse me as I get settled in here, man. It's not every Friday that we're live. Only when there's good stuff to talk about or when I'm just bored, as in today. We also got some good stuff to talk about here. As you guys can see, the NASDAQ is ripping. As well as Dow, gold, oil. How would the market be doing that? Boy, Free Zone Lou, what's going on, bro? Happy Friday, happy Friday. Bulls. Why we got the slightly sad face, bro? We can't be sad. What's there to be sad about? What's there to be sad about, man? This music is like not it either. We're also trying to keep it copyright free today. But yeah, family, I wanted to just come on here, mostly kind of just really look at markets. But I have been alerted that Mr. Powell has said some things here. I'm actually going to try to bring it up on stream here, so just give me a second. Like I said, I'm just getting settled in here for the day, so... There's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to miss this morning. Alright, let's get a summary of Mr. Powell's remarks. Courtesy of the Kabasi letter, shout out to them. I'm gonna just read this off. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Probably shouldn't be an issue. No sound or just me? Hopefully not. Oh, took out my swings? You're just a little early, brother, don't worry. If you're fighting the main trend, that's like, honestly, I'll tell you right now, bro, you gotta get used to it. It's with anything. If you're fighting a trend or you're expecting a trend reversal, there's gonna be a higher percentage of break-evens more times than not. When you're playing continuations, again, it's usually easier to go break even and just ride stuff out. When you're looking at reversals, like if you were short like NASDAQ or the Dow or gold or anything like that, you're still early. You're still early. Just now, from this moment forward, I think anybody buying before the rate cut is a sucker. Well, more on that in a second. Let's take a look at what Powell here actually said. So we got 6 statements from Powell. We have... Actually, let me see if I can put this on screen for you guys. 1 second. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, we're gonna just trust that X doesn't show us anything too crazy here. And we'll just try to leave this up. If it does, my apologies, but Twitter/X here be nuts sometimes. Alright, so let's see, we got the time has come for Fed policy to adjust. That's where you're gonna see most of your volume and momentum coming in from. Fed will do everything to support a strong labor market. You're already way too late on this. We've been talking about this since like January and even beyond January, even into like last year. It's already too late. You've already dropped the ball on this, I think. Fed does not welcome further weakening of the labor market. Again, this is too late. Confidence has grown that inflation is heading to 2%. Again, we've now started to see some CPI numbers under 3%. This is a pretty obvious statement to see here. Balance of risks to Fed mandates has changed. Of course, they're just talking about the difference. I've been talking about this for a little bit. If you guys are new on the stream, if you haven't been here, if you're not a part of the Discord, whatever, maybe you may have not heard me say it. But my focus for some time has been on the labor market. I keep telling you guys inflation is mostly under control. I've been saying that since like 3.5%, more give or take. I'm like, the path is pretty much set. It would take some drastic stuff to kind of throw us off this path. Some of those things for us were just things like, can't cut before June and all that fancy stuff. So again, the focus is now again on the labor market, right? So I keep telling you guys, NFP, unemployment, these are all important data sets, man. Gotta be paying attention to them. Inflation has declined significantly toward the goal, right? The Fed pivot is officially here. So, like, what does this mean for us? For me, it means a couple of things. Number one, it means that for everybody else that were arguing against, and there weren't too many people left in this camp anyway, as of like June data, but people that were arguing against like rate cuts or all those awesome people are essentially now just dead in the water, right? We know rate cuts are coming. We know the focus on the labor market's going to be the strong suit. We know that the labor market is not in fact strong, and it's actually weakening at a pretty rapid rate. It's like all of this stuff is like out of the bag. Everybody knows it, and everybody's going to be trading, obviously, off the textbook definition of which way to go, right? Which is going to be to the buy side, right? Everyone's like, oh, okay, yeah, gold's bullish. Like, no shit, gold is bullish. It's been bullish since like October of last year. Same thing with like NASDAQ. Same thing with the Dow. Again, I will say it right now on this stream for everybody, but I've titled this the way that I've titled it for a specific reason, right? What did I make the title of this stream? I don't even know. Fed policy pivot, it's officially over, right? That's my belief. My belief is that the party, as of right now, is officially over. If you were super bullish on indices and gold, which again, I have been, you guys, again, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but for the past year or 2 years, I've been very bullish these assets. Now that everybody else, and it's official at the Fed level, I don't think that the buying up here is going to be so great. That doesn't mean I'm immediately going to sell right now, although I got to be honest, some of this stuff looks pretty good. I mean, the Dow just kind of reached a little bit for our zone there. NASDAQ pushed above the 20K, which is what we kind of wanted, but we still want like 2150. But I'd be lying to you guys if I said I wasn't going to like start pushing the sell button more. Because again, the sentiment now in the market is that everything is just bullish and all inflation data will push you bullish, and that the labor market is like where people gotta focus on. And again, I think we get a really healthy pullback on a lot of these indices, and potentially on things like gold and crypto into elections, right? 'Cause we're in the end of August. We're talking about September, October, basically the whole rest of this year and into like January, February, right? That's my time horizon right now for my thoughts. Right? With big news like this, you kind of need to have a larger time horizon than, what can I take today and scalp by the end of the day? Like, I don't know, bro. Go look at a 5-minute chart, find something and trade that, right? But if we're talking about the macro, I am looking for NASDAQ to pull down what is potentially as crazy as 15%. Probably not in one leg. Obviously, it could happen in one leg. Yeah, it could. These things love to fall with some force. I'd probably imagine it's like a 2 or 3 leg move though. You probably get like one move. And I still would like this to push a little higher personally. You probably get one move up here, grab the rest of the liquidity that's sitting up here, right? Just easy pricing in my opinion. We could still target. Probably get a pretty aggressive move into here, and then you probably range for some time until you can capture enough to give you like that second or third leg, depending on how this eventually forms out. Again, how it forms is like irrelevant, really. But anyway, that would be the pathway that I would draw. And again, I see this across multiple assets. I think the Dow coming down to retest under 38 is a possibility. Again, do we push above these highs here? Yeah, maybe we do. Again, I'm not gonna be perfect on timing it. That's the game, right? Some weeks are gonna be good, some weeks are gonna be bad, some weeks I'm gonna take break evens. We're gonna see how we trade it. But again, like this is more modest. This is like almost just like a 8%, 9% move in the Dow. What else is there? Gold. Gold's in a tough spot too, because again, like gold, if you look at gold just through like the eyes of like a Wyckoff chart, there's two ways you could look at this. You could either look at this as a redistribution, which is not how I would look at it. You could say that this entire thing here is all a redistribution, and then that is your UTAD, and that this is going to do something like this. You could think that. I think the more realistic thing for this is that this is like a longer reaccumulation. And what you do is you probably just come like take these lows. You could push under here to spring the entire thing and still be a reaccum, but again, it's gonna be multi-leg and there's no reason to look much further than I think the 6% for now. Again, it's too early to say. But I think with today's reaction, like Powell's statements are pretty strong. The fact that gold's not making a new high is, I don't know, it's pretty telling if you ask me. Same thing with NASDAQ. Like, I mean, the Dow pushed a new high, but the Dow didn't do a goddamn thing all week. So it's like all the Dow ended up doing was grabbing liquidity one side, and then just again extending its liquidity. So this has done nothing all week anyway. This is the most eventful, like 36 hours that YM has seen literally all week long. So I think that's why that actually pushed the high. NASDAQ had a little bit wider of a range, and it kind of already, again, it's almost the same thing, but again, it's falling short of that. So maybe there's some absorption here for people that know what that is. All I'm saying is the party's over, family. But that's my little rant. Let me see what you guys got here in chat. Let me see. All around, what's up, bro? Easy, Wally. Grand Rising. I need that infamous September dump. Yeah, I think markets dump on rate cuts. I think, I know that's not the textbook response, and I know that's not what I've been preaching for the past year and a half, 2 years. But it becomes glaringly obvious sometimes that, again, it's just it's my opinion of the market. Whether people want to believe it or not, it doesn't even matter to me. I'm not here to convince y'all. I'm just here to narrate what I see. Whether that becomes right or wrong and how I execute on it is to be seen. You see Bitcoin around 50 to 54k in the next few months. I actually do. Not 50, but 54 is a level I am looking at, actually. So, yeah, I would, hold on. You know what, guys? I'm so sorry. It's like this music is killing me. I know it's gotta be killing y'all too. I'll take the copyright strike.
Guys,
it's
it
okay.
is Gander here.
That was killing me though. Yeah, I do see Bitcoin still under 54. I would like it to come take some internal structure, preferably around this lone candle. We might fall short of this depending on how far we move away, but again, I think with elections and just like the rate cut and everything, that this will, like most other assets, probably just end up pushing some liquidity that's not sustainable. Again, it's probably not even done building that up yet. We're probably gonna, you know, fill this wick, build up some more liquidity, come down, take it, then come back for 54. Again, like we're trying to forecast out like several weeks, several months. Your job is not to like predict the perfect path. Your job is just to predict, you know, within a certain margin of error, the highs and the lows, and then, you know, execute at the lows if you're looking to get in for longer term buys. Yeah, I do really like this chart in the macro. I do think that this like 49k low probably is the range low. The biggest thing that concerns me with this is I've kind of seen a range like this on Bitcoin before. I could actually just show you guys it as well. Definitely like over here. Right, I think it's like this right here. Yeah, it is like this. But this is like another example of like a time where you create, like, this is that same wick, like more or less, like right, like let's just like assume that, I don't know how to visualize this for you guys, but like this is what we currently have forming over here. It's like you got the spike below the range, and then you just have a little bit of like no action afterwards, right? This wick is the same wick we're looking at here. Like my concern, again, it's not gonna look exactly the same, but my concern is that we do nothing for so long that we seek further to the wick than like we originally think, right? So it's just like the longer we sit there and like fucking do nothing and just kind of create like lower highs into the same support, like the deeper into the wick you'll push. So like we might get a situation over here where, kind of like what you're saying, like do we retest between 50 and 54? It's like we might, because again, it's like if you slip below this 54, like there's really not much between 50 and 54. So it's like, again, we might just sit here and just do exactly what happened over there for so long that, like, yeah, maybe you do push the bounds of this before pushing up. That's a really, really ugly, like, spring and test in terms of Wyckoff terms, but sometimes that's what the market gives you. It's like, Wyckoff schematics don't show you exactly how the inner workings are going to happen. It's just going to show you, you know, the volume and effort and how that resolves itself over time. So yeah, man, we certainly could. And again, with elections and the rate cut coming, I do think we do nothing for longer. So yeah, it's I'm right there with you, bro. Again, I'm hoping we don't push all the way. I mean, here's the thing with Bitcoin. I don't even care what happens. Whether we hit 54 or 50, it really makes no difference to me as somebody who's owned it for years and is just going to continue to hold it for more years. So if you fall in that camp, like, just turn your DCA on if you are accumulating it, and just don't even worry about the chart, really. That'd be my best advice to you guys on Bitcoin. Like, trust me, like don't even bother intraday trading it. Like, you're hardly gonna get good fills on futures. If you're trading it on Forex, you're getting like the world's worst swap rates. If you're trading it on like options or binary options, it's probably trading the worst payout contracts you could probably get on the market. Like, Bitcoin is just a simple buy and hold, right? The ETFs prove that. That's what the big money's doing. The institution is not day trading it. Right, the institution buys some at 54, they buy some at 52, they buy some at 50, they buy some at 58, they buy some at 62, and they fucking hold it for a long time. That's what they do. Copy that. Right, that's what Warren Buffett does. That's what all the people that have billions of dollars do. So, solid strategy no matter how much money you've got. Unless the thing that you're buying just sucks and it goes to 0, then that's where diversification comes in. How about USDJPY? It's been a while since I looked at USDJPY, but I am a big fan of this thing falling off of a cliff. It kind of sucks that the pullback here has not been great, but I've said this on YouTube before pretty recently, and I'm gonna say it again for you guys because this is a public stream, right? I do most of my streams are private, but I will say this again: the easiest trade between now and like the next 3 to 5 years is USDJPY short trades, right? So fading away from the dollar, going into the yen, however you want to play that, whether that's selling the JPN 225 or selling USDJPY or buying into something, however you want to play that, it don't matter to me. All I'm telling you is that the yen is going to probably be one of the strongest currencies of the next 3 to 5 years. And some of you won't even be here in 3 to 5 years, so you'll have no idea if that actually plays out, but I'm telling you, this is not new analysis, right? This shit has been sitting on my chart for a long time, right? Looking at this zone for a very long time. This has been sitting on here for a very long time. Unemployment above 4.1%. The new J is going to seek to go to 113 and lower, right? The Fed will look to cut rates. The Bank of Japan is entertaining pivots. This was before this even happened. This is already happening, by the way. The Bank of Japan has already increased the rates. The Fed is basically guaranteeing to cut rates in September and beyond. So this is already happening. Unemployment's above 4.1%. We're already well above that. We're above the Fed target. This thing is going to 113. That's all I'm gonna say. And below it, probably. Honestly, this thing is probably at its extreme gonna push like under 100. So sounds crazy, I know. It's like fucking. It's a lot of pips, man. This thing is like it's like a 32% correction. Trust me, I don't say that lightly. Could I be wrong? Yeah. Is it gonna take a long time? Sure. Are you gonna swing trade that entire move? Shit, if you do, let me know. I got some money for you to manage for me, because I'm probably not. But I'll be trading that direction, man. I was just going to say, just continue to DCA and ignore the short-term noise. Yeah, it's the best thing to do. The best crypto portfolio you could put together right now, with without having to like constantly check it, like like no shit coins, no like smaller altcoins. Very simple. 50% Bitcoin, 25% Ethereum, 25% Solana. It's a fantastic distribution. If you just do that with your portfolio, you'll do pretty good. You should probably average like 1 to 3% better than whatever Bitcoin returns by itself. Maybe more depending on how Ethereum does. But Solana should overperform Bitcoin. So that smaller distribution should earn you more. And then Bitcoin itself, obviously, with the ETFs, is just a solid bet because you're gonna get more stability out of things like Bitcoin. I mean, over time, anyway. We'll have to get some better long-term inflows for that. I agree on USDJPY. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's been a long road with USDJPY and this sell side. I've been telling you guys for a long time that eventually they will pivot. Again, we've thought at certain points that they would have pivoted around, what was it, like 118? And they continue to just hammer in their policy. So again, we wait until the data tells us to. And the data at this point is screaming. I mean, the beautiful thing about these UJ shorts too is like people will look at this and be like, oh, I missed so much of the move already. It's like, technically, we haven't even broken structure yet, man, like on the weekly. Like, this is like the most important weekly structure point. Some people will probably like have like levels like this marked, but the truth is like this is internal. So this is like doesn't quite as matter as much. So technically, like we haven't even had a structure shift yet in this thing. I think what's preventing that is the Bank of Japan. Like there was a little bit of worry. So if you guys remember when they did increase, like when they did shift their policy, right, there was a whole bunch of panic. That's when people were like, oh my fucking god, the recession is coming, the yen carry trade is going to collapse the market. And to some degree, like, these things are true, but at the same time, the bigger money doesn't just sell out like that. So first off, they've been selling out for some time, and then two, again, they're not gonna screw themselves in the process. They'd be screwing themselves more than they'd be screwing you by doing that. So again, like I said, the Bank of Japan's gonna slow roll those rates. They're probably not gonna do anything until, again, like I said, probably like next year. I don't even think the Bank of Japan does another rise this year. I'd be surprised. Based off the last comments that I've seen, they're not doing anything this year. Wyckoff Logic work on shitters. It's... So, yes and no. Here's the thing about if you're like playing with smaller cap stuff. You gotta remember at any point, the person in control is always the person that controls the supply. So the smaller the market cap of something, the dumber the smart money is gonna be. Right? Like, that's the way you want to think about it. Like, there is no such thing as smart money on a coin that does, less than $1 million in volume a day. Right? All you have is, dumb money that is just more in control at that point. So what happens on like shitcoins is like you wouldn't see a distribution work out because the person that has the supply is not smart enough. Like, whenever you see a coin just dump like 15%, it's because the person that's selling out is either just impatient and they don't mind being slipped, or they're just an idiot and they don't know how the markets work. And they're like, okay, cool, I turned my 1,000 into 30,000. I'm gonna just sell all my 30,000. And they think they'll just instantly get 30,000. It's like, no, you're probably gonna get like 21.5 because you're gonna slip the price like an asshole. So yeah, the smaller the coin, the dumber the smart money, so to say, is, Like, if you have a multi-billion-dollar project, the people that are in charge of the supply are they're not gonna make that dumbass mistake. So yeah, so yes and no. It all depends on that. And trust me, there's not many people in shitcoin projects that care. They'd rather get slipped 8% than hold it and end up losing 12 because somebody else dumped, I see some good upside potential with XRP too. One of these crazy targets, but $1 to $3 for the next 2 years in forecasting. What the hell is the price of XRP right now, brother? I don't even know. I'm not an XRP fan. I do have some XRP, but I don't, like most of my altcoins, these have done nothing in so long that I really only look at like my entire portfolio value. 60 cents. It's funny, like, I know Matic just had like a fantastic week. I had to figure out what was going crazy in my portfolio. I say a crazy week, but like basically, I've recovered all my losses from the last dip. It's not even losses though. My average price on this is quite literally not even on this chart. Yeah, but as far as XRP goes, brother, I guess I'm still waiting on this because I probably would have drawn this at some point over here. So I'm gonna still hold on to the old skag idea of maybe I can get this for under 28 cents, which would be a pretty crazy drop still. Couldn't even tell you when I made that analysis. I was looking at this objectively right now though. Shit is so ugly, dude. I'll give you guys a hint. When you guys are looking at like a range like this, so many people that like trade with like supply and demand or like a Wyckoff Logic or maybe even like an ICT. Maybe not ICT. I won't speak on behalf of them. But if you're looking at this with like Wyckoff Logic, so many people will be like, they'll try to like analyze everything inside this range. That's the biggest mistake you can make. You really just gotta ask yourself, what's the most important recent thing that happened? It's like, cool, this is the most important recent thing that happened. was that you pushed below these lows, and it's like how much volume was associated with that. It's like, really not that much. This is also a weekly. You could probably break that down to a daily. Kind of see the daily view. It's like, okay, it's really not that much. And again, if you don't know, I'll tell you right now, you only compare this to other times that price was also this low. Like, don't come in here and be like, well, over here there was more volume. Ain't nobody fucking give a shit about this candle, dude. It's got nothing to do with the price level we're looking at. Right, so just kind of keep that in mind. You're only really, if you're doing comparative volume analysis, you're just looking at the volume there associated with this. It's like there's not much volume behind that move. It's like actually it's less than every other time we've approached these price levels. Obviously sellers are not committed down here. So the only other question you gotta ask yourself now is like, are buyers committed? And if they are, well, where are they committed from? It's like, well, they obviously have vested interest inside of here. It's like, well, how do we know that? It's like, well, because the sellers tried to sell more supply in this time period than they did over here, but we weren't able to break any lower, which is either divergence or absorption or whatever fucking word you want to attach to it. SMT, I don't know. Call it whatever you want to call it. I could care less. You know, so there's like, once you see that, great. You know? Now it's like if you're looking for an entry now, it's like all you want to do is just try to get the best price you still can. Like, so where is there still unclaimed liquidity? Well, if there's still unclaimed liquidity, like below here maybe? Maybe? The only reason you would go against that is if you got another sign of absorption. But if not, like, yeah, fuck it. I mean, I'd probably even look like below here. Like, best price scenario. Yeah, that's how I would perceive that over time. Probably wouldn't be a buyer on this in the 50-cent range though. I'll probably be looking like under 50 cents. Like 46 cents. I think 39 cents. Oh yeah, I mean, well, the 29-cent price is like a dream. That's I don't know. That you could. Altcoins have been very weak, but I don't know, man. I think we printed a pretty good low on a lot of altcoins. I think it'll be very choppy again through elections and everything, but yeah, I mean, breaking below like 30 cents, I'd be surprised. If it does, that's an instant pickup though. If you're on the sidelines, if you see below 30 cents on XRP and you don't hit buy, then, or if you're not buying anything in the market at that time, I'd question that. My favorite stream so far, lots of knowledge. Yeah, I just got on here and decided to just knowledge drop on y'all. I mean, I'm not really saying anything that's not already on my channel, so. Actually, that's probably not true. I don't think I have a video about absorption on my channel, do I? I don't. Yeah, so that absorption lesson, if you don't know what absorption is, I would go back and study that. Because absorption is something we use all the time. And when you really understand it, it's probably the best volume signal that you can play. For longer term stuff, it's the best signal. If you're day trading, it's probably live OBs, as inaccurate as they are. Alright, let's see if there's any other new headlines real quick. I want to see what the Kabasi letter is saying. Did Powell come out and any additional statements? Let's see here. Breaking. Odds of a 50 basis point interest rate cut at the September Fed meeting rise to 23%. I don't know about that. I'ma still sit in the camp that we're doing 25. I don't think we should do 50. I think 50 would be a really ballsy choice from the Fed to start with. I don't know about that. I think a 50 basis point cut, in my opinion, would only be warranted if recent inflation data was also upticking with unemployment, because basically what they're saying right now is that like the labor market is becoming a worry and inflation is not becoming a worry. So we're really not in like a position where both things are a worry, and a 50 basis point cut is something you do when you're worried like about both mandates, not just one. So the fact they're leaning off the gas tells me that they're probably not going to do a 50. But futures traders they love to overprice shit. The market loves to overprice stuff, and whatever you think the appropriate price is, the market will find a way to overprice at that level, and it will find a way to underprice at that level, always. Because that's where the emotional effect comes in. So it's like, if you think something's worth 50k, if you think Bitcoin's worth 50k, the market will, in times of like good euphoria news, will price that at like 54. And then when the news shifts, even though you still valued at 50, the price will temporarily dip to like 47, 48, because that's just the emotional swing between value and current price. So I think this is just futures traders being fucking degenerates. They love to increase the odds of shit that's just never gonna happen. And if you don't believe me, go back a couple months when they were pricing in six rate cuts for the year. The futures markets were like, oh yeah, we're gonna get 6 rate cuts this year. I was like, that's way optimistic. It's not gonna happen. Let's see, our premium members, I don't care what your premium members did, brother. The S&P rises 1.5%. Yes, it did rise 1.5%, but what's it up right now? Let's see, did it give back those gains? Yeah, look, immediately. Also, it did not rise. Well, these are the futures, but... Yeah, look, this is Powell's comment. Look, everybody just got fucking suckered into this, I'm telling you. Oh boy. Rest in peace to Walter Vanelli, bro. Poor Walter, bro. Alright, let's do a Walter checkup, family. If y'all don't know who Walter is, you're about to learn. So you guys know me, man. I love to troll on Twitter. I like to troll everywhere. Take a look at this dude. First off, massive respect to this dude and his experience and whatever, right? I don't mean to pick on people, but if you're gonna make your trades public, then this is the result of it, right? Same thing with me, man. I say wild shit on stream that sometimes I'm wrong about. Y'all, I'm more than happy to, for people to pull into me too. So let me say that first before I rip into him too hard. But yeah, my main point from this is I want you guys to understand is that this dude is like an actual forex trader, like 25 years in dealing rooms. Like, he worked at fucking banks. He trades like a bank, right? He trades like a bank. Like, literally, that's like, he grid trades. You're gonna see it. He trades again like the institutions typically would. I think he's fundamentally trading the wrong direction. Again, that's his business. But this shit cracks me up all the time. It's like, okay, that's posted an hour ago. He's getting fucking smacked right now. It's like, unfortunately, I'll be out of the market during Powell's speech. In case of spike, I can extend position till 27.5 lots. So basically, he's trying to short EU with 25 lots, but he averages in, again, like a bank, like, over the course of a range. But look, he's short 22.5 lots at an average of 110.70. At 110.70, bro. EU, and he's not even around to manage his position, bro. He's now another 100 pips in drawdown. And again, which is not uncommon for banks, because that's what banks do. They scale in on a grid and then they exit on the grid. But I can't, dude. My point here is like that I wanted to point out to everybody more than anything is that if you've ever said that you trade like the banks and your chart doesn't look like this guy's, you're probably lying, right? So like if you trade ICT and you're like, I trade like the banks, it's like, no, bro. Like, this is like, here's a real dude, a real bank experience. This is how they trade. Right here. This is what they do. He's got like no stop loss. He's got an average price. Again, like you could see, he's got some entries all over the fucking place here. You can't even see all of them in this screenshot. You know, so like this is how banks trade, by the way. Again, this guy here you go. Here's your proof. FX mentor and professional forex trader since 1982. 25 years in dealing rooms. Again, I don't mean to bash on the dude, but I fucking find it funny. I do. Sold the top of NAS today because of you. Let's go, bro. I mean, it's not because of me. It's never because of me, right? I want you guys to understand that right now. It's never because of me. Unless I specifically told you to sell NAS and like I gave you like you're following my trade, I bet then you can give me praise or whatever. But if it's something you learned from me or like the channel or like whatever and like you executed yourself, that's not me, bro. That's you. Give yourself the credit. Don't like. That's the worst thing you can do as a trader is pass credit that you deserve yourself onto another trader because that does nothing for your confidence. So I'm happy. I'm proud, bro. Right? We're gonna clap it up for you. But that's you know, it's not my signal. Do you have Grok and what do you think of it? I do pay for Twitter, mostly because I want my replies to show up at the top of other people's posts. So when I respond to people like a sarcastic asshole, that it gets seen by more people. Because I like to think that I'm funny. For example, posts like this. I have not used Grok. So like I told this guy on August 21st, I was like, sir, you're pushing the wrong button. Like try the other one. But he did not listen to me, so he's just down another 100 pips today. So that's why I pay. That's why I pay for Twitter. But I do not use Grok, bro. I use Claude. I'm a big fan of Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I use ChatGPT for some API stuff that Claude refuses to do. Grok. I mean, I've used Grok. Like I've asked it a question like once or twice when it first came out, but. You know what I would use Grok for because the thing is I use AI to like code and to like build stuff. Like Grok's not gonna help me with that effectively. But if I was trying to pull recent, and maybe I'll even try to do this now that I'm thinking about it. But if I was trying to pull like recent public like sentiment or bias, I would probably use Grok. I'll take the credit. Yeah, Matt will take the credit. Give the credit to Matt. We caught a nice little trade yesterday on gold because of Matt. Shout out that boy Matt. I mean, we were looking for it anyway, but Matt was like, "Listen, you got off stream, so I'm gonna call it." And that trade would still be printing right now, by the fucking way. This shit never would have taken you out. This would have ran for like a 1-9 if you closed it. If you closed it at the highs, which you probably would not have done because we were definitely looking. Actually, what were we looking for? We were looking for 23.42, weren't we? So this actually would have hit TP for a 1-7. Although we did ideally want 20. I wanted 25.58 because I wanted this. I still want this liquidity taken. I can't even believe that we haven't taken it yet. But we'll maybe get there next week. But yeah, banger of a trade, man. 3-minute live OB. We'll do a quick little review of it, I guess. It's funny as shit is if it's not an actual live OB here. Oh no, oh yeah, it is. Okay. Listen to this. I was looking at the volume. I was like, okay, hold on for a second. But yeah, climax candle, engulfing candle, higher volume. Again, you buy ideally on the close of this. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hopped in like 20 seconds early, but we had faith. And if it wouldn't have closed as a live OB, then that would have sucked. But we had faith in it, and it closed pretty strong. Came back, retested pretty well. I mean, again, this thing ran for like 80% of the stop loss. That shit's gonna happen when your stop loss is this tight with that volatile of a market. But at the end of the day, it's all that matters is did your stop loss get hit or did it not get hit? And it did not get hit. So, but yeah, by end of day, it really did nothing. In fact, this only really covered a loss that I had taken earlier in the day. But yeah, man, ran for 1-7. Other than that, fucking beautiful trade. Yeah, let's go play with Grok for a second. I want to see Grok. What Grok? Let's see here. Fill me in on Raul's speech from today. Oh, do I not have this? Oh, this is just like letting me know what it is. Okay. From Pat on the siege today signaled a shift in the Federal Reserve, indicating that the time has come. Okay. I will emphasize the Fed's commitment to supporting a strong labor market. This is actually not too bad. Which also conveyed that inflation is moving. Then it gives me tweets that it sourced the data from. Interesting. See, let's see how good we can get this to go though. Yeah, this just reorganized and reworded the same shit. Okay, that's added. Interesting. Yep, see, look, the textbook response. And again, this is not wrong. Again, like you would not be wrong in saying this. I'm sure there's tons of streams and videos that are gonna go out in the next 24 to 48 hours that say this exact thing. That this is gonna drive indice prices higher. That gold's gonna move high. I wouldn't doubt it. And these people would not be wrong. That's the thing. Like, textbook definition-wise, they're not wrong. That's why they're gonna be wrong, though. And again, just for a minor period of time. Again, like in the macro, they're gonna be right. Like in 9 months, 12 months, they're gonna be right. But for like 3 to 4 to 6 months, they're gonna be wrong. And that's the important thing, because if you don't understand that, it's very easy to get liquidated off the news. Because like so many people are gonna start funneling into shit now. But again, I think in 2-3 months, they're gonna be down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% on some stuff, depending on what you're in. Dollar index bearish sentiment. Yeah, of course. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Nah, Grok cooking actually. Initially bullish due to expectations of easier monetary policy, but with underlying bearish risks. Oh wow, it actually does highlight the risks. The market's expectations for rate cuts are not met. Oh, if they're not met, no, they're gonna be okay. Or for historical patterns of post-speech market reactions hold true. Okay, so this also knows that historically that rate cuts actually do lead to market tumbles initially as well. Okay, so this is actually a little smarter than I thought it would be in the summary here. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, Grok, I mean, this looks worth the money, honestly. Not gonna lie to y'all. Actually, we'll see if I could build this into my dashboard. To Skag Dash here, which is not up to date, but I could probably build, if Grok has an API. User API, you need to meet the conditions explained here. Need to be given special permissions to access special permissions. What are they just like tweet? They're just tweet at Elon? Say yo Elon. Let me get that API access, bro. Hey, look, yup, you're gonna see headlines like this, I'm telling you, for the next fucking 2 days, bro. We gotta, next week, man, we're gonna be taking bearish signals, I'm telling you. NQ flipped bearish, huh? That's very telling. That boy Pyro who caught that. But yeah, family, I don't know if I have anything else for y'all, man. Unless y'all have questions, comments, concerns, things you want me to go over real quick. This was just gonna be a real fun, easy stream. I will get back to regular uploads for you guys very soon. As of what's today? Today is Friday. I don't know, man. Do you guys like weekend uploads? I was doing Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, so maybe I could still upload one today. But I have a couple more videos in the vault for you guys, and then I'll smack you guys with some new stuff. But yeah, let me know in chat if there's any final questions, comments, concerns. If not, family, I do love and appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Again, I do think the party is officially over. I think a lot of the headlines are going to see that highlight bullish markets. I think you should fade those. I think you should be smart about it. I think you should be logical about it. That doesn't mean if a good buy setup comes across that you don't take it, but again, just don't get lost in the headlines of all that morning, y'all. And as always, y'all know where to find me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, whatever. How can you get in Discord? You could join the Discord for free. I will drop that link for you. I'm gonna drop 2 links in chat. One is the WAP link, in case you guys want to get part of the actual trade room, where we live stream 3 times a week, and we actually trade live. That's $49 a month, but if you want to join the Discord for free, you could also go through that WAP link, to be fair. But if you don't want to go through the WAP link, I'll get you the actual server link. And asking me questions is always free, family. And you don't have to, of course this link is broken. God, I hate Discord so much sometimes. There we go. Or that link to hop in the Discord. I do post some of my wins and losses from the live streams in the Discord for free, so you guys can learn from it. Again, all the videos on my channel, man, my whole course is right here on YouTube, man. You don't have to pay to learn. You just have to pay to watch me do. Because if you're gonna follow me and you're gonna make money off me, or lose money with me, then obviously my efforts must go rewarded. Yeah, love and appreciate y'all, family. It's your boy Skag. I'm out of here. Enjoy your day. I'm gonna bump up the music for y'all on the way out. Enjoy.
like I can be myself.